To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Down Under. It is a beautiful, brisk Saturday morning, 30th of September 2016. And it is, of course, the day the Star Wars Rogue One merchandise is officially released. Now, there's been little bits of merchandise trickling out throughout the weeks from various stores who have just not given a crap. Basically, all these stores have had this merchandise sitting in the back or in the factory, the warehouse, for 1 or 2 weeks now. Some stores have gone, I don't care, and they've put stuff on the shelves a couple of weeks early. But some stores have actually stuck to the embargo date, which is today. September 30th. Now, this is the Rogue One merchandise. It's not a huge wave of merchandise like the Force Awakens stuff. They actually did a midnight launch for the Star Wars Force Awakens stuff, which I attended last year at this shopping centre. If they did a midnight launch for this, yeah, I would have been there. It's 8 a.m. Sorry, it's about 7:30 a.m. The store, there's 3 stores in here which I can give a shot. There's a Target store which opens at 8, there's a Big W which opens at 8:30, and then there's a Toys R Us which opens at 9 o'clock. Now, some Toys R Us stores are doing an 8 a.m. opening. The one here, strangely, is not. There's only about 4 stores, I think, doing the 8 a.m. opening. But that's okay. Target is opening at 8, so we're going to go straight to Target. Target boasts itself as the home of Star Wars anyway. So if anyone's going to have the stuff, it's going to be Target. So we're going to go there straight away. We're going to line up if we have to. I don't know if there's going to be many people here for this one. It's only Rogue One, so it's not a huge Star Wars film, but it's going to warrant enough. It's going to be big enough for people to want to come out early to grab the figures or grab whatever they want to get. In fact, I was here last night. I had dinner at the shopping centre last night. Ooh, fancy. And then I headed over to Target at the end of dinner just to see maybe if they're going to be sneaky and they put a couple of things on the shelves early. They didn't, but I was there and there was an older guy there, probably 40, 50 years old, looking for action figures as well. And we had a nice little chat and a nice little laugh about it, and I think he'll probably be here this morning as well. So I'll probably bump into that guy. But I'm going to head in. I'm obviously early, so I'm just going to wait around out the front, and hopefully it's not going to be too hard. As I said, I don't know how many people are going to show up at 8 a.m. on the dot for this stuff, but never underestimate the power of Star Wars. Okay, there were a lot of people at the 12 a.m. and I figure if there's going to be people lining up at 12 a.m, there'll be people here at 8 a.m. Maybe not the same amount of people, but it's still new Star Wars merchandise and it's enough to drag people like myself out here. So we're basically going to head in. All I'm after is the 3.75-inch action figures. There's only about 4 that I really want, which is from the new film. They've released maybe 8 or 9 new 3.75-inch figures, but the only 4 from Rogue One. There's only 4 from Rogue One. The other ones are from Rebels or repackaged figures from The Force Awakens, which useless to me. It's not, I'm happy to come and spend, $100, but only on the stuff I really, really, really want. I've only really just wrapped up my Force Awakens 3.75-inch collection. There's only 1 or 2 left that I need to get. The Reject Shop got a huge batch of stuff that hasn't been available in Australia yet. Only last week, so I picked up about 3 that I was really after. But yeah, here we go. Rogue One begins, and as I said, it's not a huge wave of stuff. It's not going to be big like Force Awakens, so it's going to be easy on the wallet until next year with episode 8. So let's head in and check it out. Well, first good sign, I'm the only one in the car park. So far, anyway. But there's a couple of car parks at this place. So, people could be, scattered around, but it's a good sign that hopefully there's not too many people out for this one. Hopefully I'm actually going to be able to get in. That's going to be the big problem. That's going to be another step. Oh, I'm in. There we go. Absolutely dead. It's so weird to see a shopping centre like this. No one around at all. And here's the Target. Beautiful. No one lining up. Which bodes very well for myself. Alright, so I'm at Target. No one here, which is beautiful. Don't have to fight off anyone. Means I can just go in, grab the stuff I need, and we're all set to go. So I'm pretty certain as long as they have the stuff that I'm after, I'll be able to get it and be one of the first in the world to actually own it, which is going to be awesome. So there we go. We're going to head in there in about 10 minutes when they open up. Here we go. Bang on 8 o'clock. Target's opening the door. They're one of the first idiot in here. Okay, let's head in. Alright, here we go. There's one other bloke in here. Don't know if he's after what I'm after. Probably not. I'm probably the only one. Nope, he's the cleaner. Right, this is the toy section. This whole section here used to be full of the Force Awakens stuff when they first did it. But I think around here is where they have the Star Wars toys now. Oop, I think they're being unboxed. We go around this way. G'day.
How you going?
Not bad yourself?
Yeah, good.
After the new Star Wars stuff.
There's nothing.
You got nothing?
Just here.
Just here. That's what I'm after. So that's beautiful. Beat the crowds this time round. Alright, I've put aside a stash of stuff I'm after. Let's have a quick look. This is the new range. And there is absolutely not a lot of it at all. Look at that. Some cases there's only 1, 2 of each figure. There's only 2 of Jyn Erso here, who's the new female character. I can see another uproar. Where's Jen? And then you got these ones. I'm not interested in these. These are the Rebels ones from the TV series. That one as well. But what I'm after is anything labelled with Rogue One. We'll take a very quick look at these in a minute because I'm grabbing them. Force Awakens repackages. There's quite a few of them, but like I said, there's only 1, 2, 1. There's Kylo Ren. There's 1 Kylo Ren. So really, there's 1, 2 of each figure here. It's not a lot of stuff at all. And then there's a helmet. These guys here. Little talking figures. They're like $75 or something. Nerf guns. And a couple of vehicles, which I'm not that interested in at all. There's heaps of them. But as far as the figures go, there's really nothing. That's awesome, because even though no one else came out, that's what you got to do. You got to be smart. You got to get the stuff early, because that's how you end up missing out on this kind of stuff. Because as I said, there's not a lot of it. I've got my stash, but there's not a lot of it. And if you're not here, you know, straight away, someone else wanders in, grabs them, and you lost them. So we're going to head home, and we're going to take a look at these, and there you go. Awesome, I got what I want, my Rogue One line. I don't even know what these are going to cost me because there's no price tags on there. These ones were worth about 15 at one. These are the Force Awakens stuff. There's not a lot of that left anymore either. They were worth about $15 when they were first out, and the 2 packs were about 25, $30 or something. So it's probably going to be about the same, unless they've decided to push the prices up. I hope not, because I don't really want to be spending too much more than $100 on this stuff. But let's head out and we'll take a quick look at the new Rogue One wave, especially. We're going to do a quick scan. Yep, as expected. 29 as expected. Beautiful. I'm so excited. Alright, there you go. I got my stuff. The morning's in full swing. All the old blokes are out for their walk. This is awesome because I don't have to go to multiple stores. I can just go straight home Saturday morning, have a look at my toys, give you a quick look at the new stuff, and get on with my day. So okay, let's hop in the car and we'll head home, and I will see you in seconds in Movie Land. Back in the car, ready to go home with my new baby. Needs to be done. Need to protect my new babies. in there. I just realised I've been saying this whole video, it's Saturday morning, go home, enjoy my Saturday morning. It's not. It's Friday. We have a public holiday here in Melbourne because we have the AFL Grand Final tomorrow. Football, Australian football, for those of you in other countries. Greatest country in the world. Only country to get, well, I'm not sure, one of the only maybe countries in the world to get a public holiday for a game of sport, which is awesome. All right, I just thought I'd amend that there before people start going, it's Friday, not Saturday. Anyway, I'm going home. I'm getting in my toys, so I'm a bit hyped up, as you can see. Let's get going. All right, here we go. I got my Target bag with my new babies. We're finally home. I've got my Star Wars t-shirt on. Very excited. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a very quick look at what I've picked up. I'm filming this on my phone. This is the first time I've really done a video like this on my phone before, so if this goes well, I think we'll be doing them all on the phone. Now, basically, as I said, all I was after was the 3.75 inch line, the 9cm line. Here's my receipt, get rid of that. I only wanted the ones from the Rogue One film. I didn't want the ones from Rebels or The Force Awakens repackages because this was about $120 all up to begin with. So I don't need to be stacking everything up. I don't collect the figures from the TV series, from the animations or anything like that. So I'm happy just sticking with the films and sticking just a little bit of merch from each film. When I say a little bit of merch, I mean that's all the stuff I will end up with from Force Awakens. But anyway, so I brought that in anyway, just to have a little bit of comparison, because there's new packaging and everything on these guys. So let's take a look. I've picked up the 4 Wave 1 figures in the small packages, and I've also picked up the 2. There's 2 packs here. Where do we start? Alright, let's start from here. Okay, so we got Rogue One. This guy, who is this guy? Imperial Ground Crew. So this is your little Imperial Ground Crew guy. I really love the packaging of these. They're keeping in style with the, let's say, the Force Awakens stuff. A little bit dusty, actually. So it's very similar packaging. You got the character here, and you got the sort of a villain of the film up here. You had Kylo Ren from the Force Awakens stuff, and you've got a Death Trooper, I think, from Rogue One here. So very similar, you know, stylistically. Oh, the backs are a little bit different. I don't know what's going on here. There's some kind of new app that you can download where, I don't know, some little gimmick thing that the kids will have fun with, I'm sure. I'm a big kid, of course. I've rushed out at 7:30 AM to pick up some toys. So that's the, as I said, Imperial Ground Crew. I'll give you a nice little look at that guy there. Yeah. Alright, that's him. Then we've got your stock standard Stormtrooper, Imperial Stormtrooper right here. Really cool packaging on that. I love the artwork. I love absolutely everything. And displayed, like, I've got nowhere to display them at the moment. But when you display the stuff, you know, like this, it's just awesome. And that's a big part of the collecting, the packaging, the figures. So there's your Stormtrooper. It's just your sort of regular. You've got this little, I forgot the name of the thing, you know, the lapel, whatever, something or other, that you can clip onto the shoulder as well. Rank him up, turn him into a sand trooper sort of thing, which is cool. So that's him right there. Then we have got the new character. He's the new robot, K2SO. There he is there. Packaging, beautiful packaging. Like, I love them. Like, look, just lined up. Just awesome stuff. And again, same with this guy. It's just all the same back. The interesting thing with the Force Awakens stuff was it actually told you what other figures were in the wave that you could collect. This has nothing. It's just a big advertisement for the little app or whatever it is. Interesting. It's not a huge line of stuff. I mean, there were probably, I don't even know how many figures I wound up picking up at the midnight launch for Force Awakens. Heaps. I spent a couple of $100 easily on that night or over the next couple of days picking up these figures. there's 4 of the small ones and then 2 double packs. So it's easier on the wallet too, which is good. The guy at the store said it's a soft launch. It really is. They didn't make a big hubbub, a big deal about it happening this time like they did with Force Awakens. So that would also explain why I was the only one there, really, because no one else... general public, people who don't keep up with this stuff, just didn't know that this stuff was coming out. So here we go, Jyn Erso. She's the new character, played by Felicity Jones. I'm really excited to see what she does with this. She's one of my favourite actresses at the moment, and I've been following her career for quite a few years. She's done some really, really good stuff, I'm really excited to see what she brings to the Star Wars universe. And there she is right there, Jyn Erso, with all the little accessories. They're continuing the craze of the Force Awakens, where each figure you get a little accessory, and then when you've taken them out of the box, you put them all together and you sort of make a weapon, build a weapon sort of thing. I think. Actually, no, that's not what they're doing with this one. It's just some random weapon accessory that you can click onto the characters. So that's that. It's not a build a weapon. It's just some random stupid accessory thing that no one would ever use. I suppose kids would, little fantasy roleplay sort of things with the toys. So that's them. I should also mention there's on the top of each pack there's like a little description of the character, a little rundown. I'm not going to read them all out to you, but actually it's not a whole lot. It's in 3 different languages. So, for example, a highly skilled soldier in the Rebel Alliance, Jyn Erso is an impetuous, defiant warrior eager to bring battle to the Empire. Jyn has little patience for debate with Alliance High Command and often takes matters into her own hands. So that's the sort of thing that you're going to get with these. Each one's got just a little write-up. I think I've read these online, actually, so if you really want to find out a little bit about these characters, head online. It's all on there. As I said, only 2 Jyn Erso figures there. Did they have Black Series stuff there? I can't remember. I wasn't really... If I'm not keeping an eye out for something, if I'm not really paying attention, I don't notice things. So, from memory, I don't think the Black Series stuff was there. But there is a Black Series Jyn Erso, and there's another Jyn Erso coming out from Wave 2. So before people go into mass hysteria, where's Jyn? Where's Jyn? Here she is. Funny thing, Force Awakens, there were 4, 5, 6 different Rey figures available from that first wave, but they just flew off the shelves. And I've proven today, 2 figures sitting on the shelf. So, really, don't go crying, where's Jyn, where's the female characters, because they had her on the shelf. But as with all the figures, there was only 2 of each sitting there. It does exist. Just because you can't find it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Before we move on to the bigger figures, let's just have a closer look at these. Yep. Stock standard Stormtrooper, but gotta have it. The box is actually quite similar to the troopers from Force Awakens. If I could be bothered comparing them, but I'd have to rummage through the box. Not a great likeness there. I mean, you're not going to get a great likeness out of these 3.75 inch figures, but yeah, it's good enough. Alright, so that's the standard package size, 3.75 inch figures. Now we're going to go on to the double packs very quickly. Now, I didn't want to get the double packs. I was actually late to the game with the double packs with Force Awakens as well, because they're double the price, but it makes sense because you get 2 figures. But these are the only ways you could get 2 of the new Stormtroopers, which is the Death Trooper and the Scarif Stormtrooper, aka the Shore Trooper. So I had to pick up these, but you pay $30 and you get 2 figures, so it's like buying 2 anyway. For example, these are the 2 packs they had with the Force Awakens. There's the R2-D2 and C-3PO one. This time they're doing a versus thing, which means you get a good guy and you get a bad guy, and the kids can have a little play battle with them. The other ones were just standard, just sort of you get 2 characters in the pack that had something to do with each other in the film. But this time around, you've got versus, so you've got a good guy and a bad guy. So in both cases, you get a Stormtrooper, a variant of a Stormtrooper, and some random character. So this is the Death Trooper, of course, which is the Black Stormtrooper, and the Rebel Commando POW. So this is the Death Trooper here, and that's the figure in there. So I had to get a Death Trooper. I had to. He's awesome. Getting a little bit of glare on that. I don't know how we can stop that. Maybe sort of like that a little bit. Not really. But yeah, anyway, that's your two figures there. You'll have a closer look in a minute when I do a close-up. But that's them there in the packet. Again, random, crappy little accessories that it's just no point. But they're sitting in my box anyway, so I don't know what I'm complaining about that for. They're sitting in a box forever. There you go, on the back. Little write-up on both characters. And again, your little app thing. It's those guys. And of course, next up we have the Shore Trooper, or what's described as the Scarif Stormtrooper squad leader on the pack, and some guy called Moroff. Don't know who that is. It's going to be some random little rebel guy, I think. Looks a bit silly, actually. I don't know what to think about this guy. Moroff. Strange name. One that I don't want to remember. And again, your normal stuff. Actually, let's find out. Who is Moroff? He seeks out combat zones to sell his brawn and firepower to anyone who might need it. The mighty Gigaran mercenary figures there's money to be made for a towering heavy gunner. He's a gun for hire, basically. Moroff is. He's going to be the next Yak Face. I can see it right now. No one's gonna buy the Moroff. So I got the really rare one right there. This will be, no one's bought Moroff. All right, so that's everything really. Anyway, so there's your two there, and I'll just give you a quick skim over everything now, and we'll come back and we'll wrap it all up. There we go. Just giving you a closer look at these guys while I can, out of the glare. Moroff. Alright, so that's it. That's my haul. Got absolutely everything. I'm happy, and now I can put it in a box or a bag and they can stay there for foreseeable future until I can find some kind of way to display this stuff. As you see, the Force Awakens stuff is sitting in a bag. That's what's going to happen with this. But anyway, that's the life of a collector, and it's a lifelong thing, this Star Wars collecting. As anyone who is out there who is watching this video will know, it's a lifelong thing. And I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. As I said, there was a bloke there yesterday, 40, 50-year-old guy. Oh, new figures there? Didn't see him. So I really hope that guy managed to get his hands on some figures in the end. But as I said, there's Target, there's Big W, Toys R Us are all selling them. I don't know how much stock Big W or Toys R Us had, but Target didn't have a lot. Toys R Us were the only ones who actually made some kind of a deal about, we'll open a handful of stores early for a soft launch, but everywhere else just didn't really advertise it. So if you are after this stuff, head out as soon as you can and pick it up, because there's not, well, judging by what I've seen on Target, there's not a great deal of it out there. There's not a huge wave of stuff. So if you want to get it, head out as soon as you can and go and pick it up. And I really hope that there's enough of this stuff out there for the kids to get a hold of. I mean, people go, you're selfish, you're buying all the toys there for the kids. But, you know, I was a kid once and I was collecting all this stuff when I was 8 or 9 years old. You know, when The Phantom Menace came out, that was when I first got into Star Wars. And I've been collecting ever since then, ever since I was a little kid. And it just carries on through life, as I said before. So, you know, it's for the big kids, it's for the little kids. You know, I have as much right to have this stuff as a little kid does, but I do want the kids to get their hands on it too. And that's why I'm not one to scalp stuff. I hate the people who go out and buy everything, clean the shelves, and then scalp everything at twice, 3, 4 times the price. You know, there's kids out there who want this stuff, so just please leave the stuff on the shelves. Don't go scalping it. Just leave it there, and whoever gets it, it's fair game. I mean, if a little kid comes along and wants a Jyn Erso, go ahead. Give it to the kid. But, you know, big kids got to get it too. And I got my Jyn Erso. So, proof right there. Jyn Erso figure, very first day. Where's Jen? Where's Jen? If that happens again, there she is. There she is, and there'll be more Jen Erso as well, as I said. And as with the Force Awakens stuff, you know, they kept restocking some of the figures every now and then. So, we'll see if that happens. This will probably happen with this wave too, but I don't think these will stick around for as long as the Force Awakens stuff has, because they're not making a huge fuss out of this film. But I think it should be really good. I'm really excited for the movie, and I think there's at least one more wave of figures coming out of another 4 I can get. So when they're released, I'll head out straight away and pick them up as well and do another video if I can. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please give me a subscribe here on the Facebook and give me a like over on... subscribe over here on the YouTube. Like over on Facebook. Just keep up to date with all the videos I'm doing. It's everything Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, of course, and I just do everything. Reviews of everything you can imagine, covering anything, merchandise, books, toys, movie reviews, all that kind of stuff. So if you like what you've seen and you want to check out the rest of my videos and you want to keep up to date, please, that'll be awesome. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, and hopefully I will see you guys in the future. Until then, have a good weekend, a long weekend if you're living in Melbourne. If you're in the other states, too bad, you're going to work. Everyone else around the world, I'm assuming you're probably at work too. Shame. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do today. Going to have a nice long weekend. Just relax, sit back and relax. Sorry guys. Until next time, take it easy, and I hope you guys all have a magical day. See you later.